Committee on Manipur Integrity set to remove barricades at 𝐂𝐄𝐒 tomorrow. Appeals to people to join move. State level Teachers' Day celebrated. Selected teachers honored and awarded. And Meiteis don't need cookies permit for returning to Moray border town, says Meitei Council Moray. Hello viewers, welcome to Northeast Windows TV. This is Selina Kumuzam giving you the latest news updates at this hour. Now the news in detail. Convener of Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, Women Wing, Yumnam 𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐈 has declared that barricades of security forces set up at 𝐂𝐄𝐒 will be removed tomorrow. She was addressing media person at UCM office at Lamphel today. Since both the state and central governments have not paid any heed to the request of removal of barricades by 30th of last month, 𝐶𝐄𝐒, along with people of Manipur, will now remove these barricades tomorrow, contended 𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐈. Union Home Minister Amit Shah himself had assured of removing the barricades at the earliest, she mentioned. Yumnam 𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐈 further appealed to the public to help in removing the barricades tomorrow.
ꯂꯥꯜꯍꯧꯗꯦ ꯂꯥꯜꯍꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯅ ꯍꯟꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯍꯌꯦꯡꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯡ 6ꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯪ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯆꯪꯁꯟꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯍꯟꯗꯣꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯩꯇꯩꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯟ ꯇꯥꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯟꯗꯣꯛꯑꯣ ꯀꯨꯀꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯍꯟꯖꯜꯂꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯀꯥꯔꯛꯇꯨꯗ ꯂꯩꯌꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯁꯨꯛꯅ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯩꯇꯩꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯍꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯎ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯣꯃꯤꯅ ꯍꯌꯦꯡꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯡ 6ꯇ ꯄꯨꯡ 12ꯗꯒꯤ ꯆꯪꯁꯟꯒꯗꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯂꯕ ꯃꯩꯔꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯤ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯅꯍꯥꯔꯣꯜ ꯏꯄꯥ-ꯏꯄꯜ ꯑꯍꯜ ꯂꯃꯟ ꯈꯥꯛꯇꯅ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯏꯔꯝꯗꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯟ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯒꯅꯤ ꯂꯥꯟ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯗꯣꯏ ꯁꯔꯨꯛꯄꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯉꯝꯕ ꯊꯥꯛꯇ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯦ ꯇꯪꯗꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯥꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯈꯪꯉꯁꯤ ꯀꯨꯀꯤ ꯇꯦꯔꯣꯔꯤꯁꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄꯁꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯍꯛꯅ ꯂꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯏꯀꯩ ꯇꯨꯝꯍꯜꯂꯤꯕ ꯏꯆꯥ ꯏꯁꯨ ꯅꯥꯔꯛ ꯌꯥꯡꯍꯟꯗ ꯂꯝꯍꯥꯡꯗ ꯆꯥꯗ ꯊꯛꯗ ꯇꯨꯝꯗ ꯁꯥꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯥ ꯃꯔꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯥꯡ ꯇꯨꯃꯤꯟ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯏꯆꯥ ꯏꯁꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯚꯥꯔꯠ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯈꯟꯊꯕꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯍꯌꯦꯡꯒꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯪꯁꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯌꯨꯝꯊꯣꯡ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯅꯍꯥꯔꯣꯜ ꯃꯩꯔꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯤ ꯑꯇꯩ ꯑꯍꯜ ꯂꯃꯟ ꯏꯄꯥ-ꯏꯄꯜ ꯀꯩꯊꯦꯜ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯕꯖꯥꯔ ꯀꯥꯔꯤꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯥꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯔꯨꯝꯖꯔꯤ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯐꯤꯔꯦꯞ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯦꯞꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ.
Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity has also said that they, along with the people, will remove the army barricades set up at 𝐂𝐄𝐒 in Bishnupur district on September 6. The state and the central government must take full responsibility if any unwanted incident happens on the day, the committee maintained. Addressing media persons during a press meet held at UCM office at Lamphel on Monday, media coordinator of 𝐶𝐄𝐒, Thokchom Somarendro, said the committee had already urged the government and the authorities concerned to remove the army barricade by August 30, but the same hasn't been fulfilled. As such, the committee resolved to storm the place and knock down the army barricades as warned, Somarendro maintained.
ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯉꯛꯄ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯥꯎꯏ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯆꯤꯟꯀꯨꯀꯤ ꯅꯥꯔꯀꯣꯇꯤꯛꯁꯤꯡ ꯇꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯑꯦꯁꯑꯣꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯁꯤꯑꯦꯁꯑꯣꯒꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯪꯖꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯆꯤꯟꯀꯨꯀꯤ ꯅꯥꯔꯀꯣꯇꯤꯛꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯃꯔꯨ ꯐꯪꯅ ꯃꯨꯊꯠꯄ ꯃꯔꯨ ꯐꯪꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯦꯡꯗꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯋꯥꯐꯝꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯊꯧꯅꯤ ꯇꯧꯒꯗꯕ ꯏꯊꯧꯅꯤ ꯇꯧꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯑꯗ ꯇꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯑꯦꯁꯑꯣꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯍꯪꯕꯤꯔꯛꯏꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯆꯤꯟꯀꯨꯀꯤ ꯅꯥꯔꯀꯣꯇꯤꯛꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯤ ꯃꯔꯨ ꯐꯪꯅ ꯃꯨꯊꯠꯄ ꯁꯦꯄꯔꯦꯠ ꯑꯦꯗꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯗꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯎꯗꯨꯡ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯕ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯗꯒꯤ ꯈꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯊꯝꯖꯔꯤ ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯅ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯇꯛꯈꯥꯏꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯑꯥꯔꯃꯤ ꯕꯦꯔꯤꯀꯦꯗ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯁꯦꯞꯇꯦꯝꯕꯔꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯡ 6ꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯏꯈꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯕꯦꯔꯤꯀꯦꯗ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯏꯈꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯣꯔꯕꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯡꯃꯗ ꯇꯛꯊꯣꯛꯂꯒꯅꯤ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯌꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯄꯨꯡ 13 ꯇꯥꯕꯗ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯝꯗꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯥꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯊꯝꯖꯔꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯁꯣꯛ ꯑꯄꯟ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯁꯄꯣꯟꯁꯤꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯄꯨꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯜ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯄꯨꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯊꯝꯖꯔꯤ
Education Minister 𝐶𝐄 𝐯𝐬 asserted that the future of the society depends on a good quality teachers. He said the society will be recognized on a global level if there are good quality teachers. He was speaking at the Teachers' Day celebration organized by the Education Department, Government of Manipur at the auditorium of Manipur State Film Development Society. Among others, the celebration was also attended by Commissioner Education 𝐻𝐞𝐈𝐬, Director of University and Higher Education, Dr. 𝐍𝐞𝐰𝐬, Director of Education Department L. Nandakumar. Speaking further, 𝐶𝐄 𝐯𝐬 said the Education Department is working towards improving the infrastructure of the schools in the state and that they are working towards ensuring that the teachers receive basic amenities. The minister also expressed immense pride in the state's culture of addressing someone as Oja, teacher. He said, teaching is one of the most noble professions.
We are gathered here today to honor and pay respects and homage to what, in my humble opinion, is the noblest profession in this entire world, that of teachers. And in Manipur, when we want to give respect to anyone, whether he teaches or he doesn't teach, if we want to pay respect in our culture, we say Oza as a mark of respect. So I think the profession of teaching is deeply rooted in our culture, in our Manipuri culture, and we should all be very proud of it. It is not only a profession or a job undertaken to earn a living, but it is arguably one of the most sacred services that an individual can render to his or her society. Because the future of a society is determined by the quality of its teacher. If you can manage to raise the quality of teachers, to ensure that they are sincere, committed, and disciplined while performing their duties, I think that we will have a bright future.
4 teachers were also presented with state awards in recognition of their dedication and contribution in enhancing quality education and efforts in producing quality students. National awards for teachers winner 𝐶𝐄 from Bishnupur Chingmai Upper Primary School and other teachers from 7 selected colleges were also presented with mementos on the occasion. Meitei Council Moray has stated that the Meitei settled in the border town of Moray since time immemorial do not need permission from the Kukis to return to their homes. In a press release, General Secretary of the Council Laisangthem Brosendro Meitei mocked the statement of Kuki Inpi, which said that the Meiteis should not return to Moray until there is a political solution. He further said, it is surprising that it has come to a situation where Meiteis who have lived in Moray much before 1940s now need to take permission from Kukis to enter Moray. Manipuris have the right to settle in any part of the state. However, it's their personal choice where they want to live. People do not need permission from the Kukis to settle in Moray. It is foolish of these illegal immigrants from Myanmar to support stubbornly thinking they have support of the central government. They will soon see the results of challenging the Meiteis, added Brosendro. He said, Kukis, who do not want to coexist peacefully with communities and are involved in fights with the Nagas, Tamilians, Paites, and now Meiteis, should stop dreaming about a separate administration. Meiteis today are refugees in their own homeland. He thanked the Kukis for giving an opportunity for all Meiteis to unite as one. Meiteis do not want to involve in a conflict with any community and do not need permission from anyone to return to their homes, contended Laisangthem Brosendro Meitei. Indigenous Peoples Forum Manipur has urged Chief Minister N. Biren to convene an emergency formal gathering of all stakeholders and CSOs concerned to hammer out an amicable solution pertaining to the ethnic conflict in the state. In a letter written to the Chief Minister, President of the Forum, 𝐂𝐲 said that it has been more than 4 months since the worst ethnic violence broke out in Manipur. More than 60,000 people have been rendered homeless, and now they are internally displaced seeking refuge in government-run relief camps set up in different parts of the state. The ethnic crisis has taken a heavy toll on the daily wage earners, and the situations have been aggravating, deteriorating, and worsening day by day, it pointed out. IPFM also expressed free that the peace-loving citizens of Manipur have been abandoned, forgotten, and forsaken by the state and union governments, cautioning that unless the government does something, the situation will go out of hand. IPFM appealed to the Chief Minister to call an urgent sitting of all stakeholders to seek an early settlement to the ongoing communal madness. Mayapibis of 𝐶𝐄𝐲𝐻𝐸 distributed eatable items at Naransena in Bishnupur district today. Speaking on the sideline, Secretary of 𝐶𝐄𝐲𝐻 Ward No. 1, Hemabati, expressed disappointment at the state government for their inactions in resolving the crisis. She also blamed the government for FIRs or other legal notices filed and served against Meiteis. However, there have been no actions taken against the cookies, she said. Hemabati contended that it will be easy to restore peace and normalcy if the government acts impartially.
ꯄꯦꯟꯗꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯄꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯄꯗ ꯋꯥꯠꯂꯒꯗꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯐꯝ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯑꯣꯝꯃꯒ ꯆꯥꯛꯑꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯕꯨ ꯀꯟꯕꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯍꯨꯠꯇ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯃꯦꯟ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯥꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇꯅꯣꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯡ ꯇꯝꯕ ꯋꯥꯍꯩ ꯑꯃꯐꯥꯎ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯍꯩ ꯑꯃꯇꯪ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯎꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ FIR ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯂꯤꯒꯦꯜ ꯅꯣꯇꯤꯁ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯍꯟꯖꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ ꯅꯣꯇꯤꯁ ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥ ꯑꯅꯥ ꯎꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯏꯕꯦꯟ ꯀꯌꯥꯅ ꯇꯨꯝꯕ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯈꯪꯗꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯂꯝꯖꯥꯎ ꯁꯣꯔꯣꯛꯇ ꯊꯣꯛꯇꯅ ꯏꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯕꯨ ꯉꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯁꯦꯜꯂꯤꯕ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯑꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯉꯥꯛꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯎꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝꯁꯦ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗ.
Theatre Mirror Manipur organized Teachers' Day today in memory of late Padma Shri Warepa Nava, an eminent theatre personality. Floral tributes were paid at the portrait of Warepa Nava in an event organized at his residence in Haubam Marak Tingel, Ngangom, Lekai. Theatre enthusiasts spoke about the vital role played by of late Warepa Nava on the occasion. Internally displaced persons taking shelter at Santhong Guide Club Moirang Relief Camp cleaned the Santhong Lai Haraubung Pond. The cleanliness drive was conducted with an objective of improving financial condition of the IDPs by providing them with job cards. President of the club, 𝐿 who is also the in charge of the camp, said volunteers have been working day and night. He appealed to the government to also look after the volunteers.
ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯀꯣꯛꯇꯥꯒꯤ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔ ꯅꯟꯗꯀꯨꯃꯥꯔꯅꯗꯤ ꯑꯉꯝꯕ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯗꯨꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯛꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯃꯗꯨꯃꯛꯅ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯅꯦꯟꯁ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯤ ꯉꯝꯗꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯕ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯚꯂꯟꯇꯤꯌꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇ ꯆꯠꯇꯨꯅ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯄꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡꯂꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯐꯤꯚꯝꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯚꯂꯟꯇꯤꯌꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯚꯂꯟꯇꯤꯌꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯁꯨꯕ ꯅꯣꯝꯕ ꯌꯨꯝꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯏꯪꯈꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯍꯨꯟꯇꯣꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯀꯔꯤꯗ ꯁꯣꯏꯈꯤꯗꯒꯦ ꯀꯔꯤꯗ ꯉꯥꯡꯈꯤꯗꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯦꯟꯅꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯟꯗꯣꯡꯒꯤ ꯌꯦꯁ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯕꯀꯤ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯕꯤꯂꯤꯟꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯚꯂꯟꯇꯤꯌꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯍꯤꯔꯝ ꯑꯃꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯐꯦꯁꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯊꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯁꯟꯗꯣꯡꯒꯥꯏ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯌꯟ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯕꯀꯤ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯐꯁꯤꯗ ꯆꯦꯟꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯚꯂꯟꯇꯤꯌꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯊꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯄ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯏ.
All Manipur Women's Voluntary Association has condoled the untimely demise of its executive member, Lairen Kabi Unit, H. Neha Elias Chauba, aged 27, daughter of H. Kumar of Lairen Kabi, Mamang Lekai. In a press statement, General Secretary of the association, 𝐶𝐄𝐲 Sujata, said, the association held a condolence meeting and prayed for the departed soul. The association also shared the grief of the bereaved family. The nation is observing Teachers' Day today on the birth anniversary of former President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. President Draupadi Murmu will hand over National Teachers Award 2023 to 75 selected teachers this evening at Vigyan Bhawan, New Delhi. 𝐂𝐿𝐲𝐻𝐸 Binoy from 𝐂𝐿𝐲 Upper Primary School, Bishnupur District, is among the 5 teachers selected from Northeast. The awards carries a certificate, silver medal, and cash awards of 50,000 rupees. The award function is organized by the Ministry of Education, Department of School Education and Literacy by selecting best teachers of the country. Beginning this year, best teachers will be selected and awarded from Department of Higher Education and the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Out of the 75 teachers selected for the award today, 50 are school teachers, 13 are higher secondary teachers, and 12 are from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurs. Situation in the state remains tense with sporadic incidents of firing, arson, and congregation of protesters. According to report from Manipur Police Control Room, such operations were conducted by security forces in the fringe and vulnerable areas of Churachandpur, Thoubal, Imphal East, Imphal West, and Kakching districts. 1 arm and 4 explosives were recovered from Imphal East and Thoubal districts during the operations. Movement of 141 vehicles along National Highway 37 with essential items were ensured. Strict security measures were taken up in all vulnerable locations, and security convoy were provided along sensitive stretches in order to ensure free and safe movement of the vehicles. A total of 131 checkpoints were installed in different districts of Manipur, both in the hills and the valley. White police detained 1,703 persons in connection with violation in different districts of the state, the report added. National news. BJP MP Harnath Singh Yadav has called for changing the name of the country from India to Bharat and omitting the same from the Indian constitution with immediate effects. Harnath Singh Yadav said that the word India was used by the Britishers as a curse. Recently, the opposition named its alliance India, which comprises around 28 parties, as they plan to take on BJP NDA in next year's Lok Sabha elections. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat has earlier made a similar statement regarding changing the name of India to Bharat. Additionally, BJP Member of Parliament Naresh Bansal also raised the issue in the Rajya Sabha in response to the demand made by the BJP MP to remove the word India from the constitution. Congress leader Jayaram Ramesh sought to know if there is some truth behind the development. By-polls are being held in 7 seats in 6 states today. The seats going to poll today are Goshi in Uttar Pradesh, Dhupguri in West Bengal, Puthupalli in Kerala, Bageshwar in Uttarakhand, Dumri in Jharkhand, and Bokshanagar and Dhanpur in Tripura. The opposition's India bloc and the BJP-led alliance are set for their mega face-off to fill vacant assembly seats. In all 7 seats, votes will be counted on September 8. These are the first elections since the Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance was formed by the opposition parties that resolved to contest elections together as far as possible. The India bloc includes 28 parties including the Congress, NCP factions led by Sharad Pawar, Shiv Sena UBT, TMC, JMM, AAP, DMK, NC, PDP, CPIM, CPI, RJD, SP, and RLD. The voting began at 7 a.m. and will continue till 6 in the evening. Tibetans in exile will not hold any protests against the Chinese during the G20 summit scheduled to be held later this week, as Chinese President Xi Jinping will not be attending the meeting, a Tibetan delegate said. Dawa Sering, a member of the Tibetan parliament in exile, said that they wanted to do some movement during the G20 meeting if Xi Jinping were to attend the summit. Now they have heard that he is not coming. Tsering said since Xi Jinping came to power, he has been provoking the Indian government and its citizens. He is torturing the Tibetan people and he did not allow small children to study their own language. If my son wants to become a monk, he does not allow it. It is a cultural genocide. It is worse than Mao Zedong, he said. Asked if the Tibetans would protest against the presence of a Chinese representative at the summit, Tsering said the protest would have taken place only if Xi Jinping had come to attend the meet. He also expressed hope that the Indian government will stand strongly against the Chinese expansionist policy that it adopts not only towards India, but all South Asian countries. All the G20 meeting, the delegation South Asian countries should stand against the Chinese policy, he said. All Meghalaya Primary School Teachers Association organized a protest rally on Monday demanding the government to revive the old pension scheme, which has been suspended since April 2010. The association is also demanding the payment of the fourth installment of 25% revised pay for deficit teachers, a regular monthly salary for the deficit school teachers, and quality education. Primary school teachers protest over demands to revive old pension scheme, regular monthly salary. The peaceful protest rally was attended by hundreds of lower primary school teachers. Now the international news. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un expects to make a rare trip abroad to meet with President Vladimir Putin in Russia to discuss providing arms to Moscow for its war in Ukraine. Ukraine is pushing a highly scrutinized counter-offensive in both the south and east that Putin on Monday dismissed as a failure. Though Moscow appears eager to urgently secure more military supplies to bolster its forces, the White House National Security Council spokeswoman Adrienne Watson said that arms negotiations between Russia and DPRK are actively advancing, using an acronym for North Korea. It is learned from Kim Jong-un expects these discussions to continue, to include leader-level diplomatic engagement in Russia, she added. The United States last week warned that Russia was already in secret active talks with North Korea to acquire a range of munitions and supply for Moscow's war effort. US First Lady Jill Biden has tested positive for COVID-19 just days before President Joe Biden, who tested negative for the virus, is due to travel to a Group of 20 summit in India. Biden's 72-year-old wife, whose symptoms were described as mild, last had COVID in August of last year. The president, now 80, last tested positive in July 2022. Biden flew away alone from Delaware on Monday evening. Following the First Lady's positive test for COVID-19, President Biden was administered a COVID test, the White House said. The White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment on whether Biden's foreign travel could be affected. But Biden's official week-ahead schedule, released shortly after the announcement of the First Lady's diagnosis, showed him traveling to New Delhi on Thursday to attend the G20 summit. Biden is scheduled to fly to Hanoi on Sunday. Biden is running the re-elections in 2024 in a campaign in which the question about his age has loomed as a key issue for the voters. He is the oldest president to seek a second term, and some Republicans have said he is too old to give another 4 years in the White House. Biden's ally says he remains fit to serve as president. The United States has been experiencing a rise in COVID cases and hospitalization in recent weeks. And before we end, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity set to remove barricades at 𝐶𝐲𝐒 tomorrow. Appeals to people to join move. State-level Teachers' Day celebrated. Selected teachers honored and awarded. And Meiteis don't need cookies permit for returning to Moreh border town, says Meitei Council Moreh. That's all we have for now, but for more news updates, keep watching Northeast Window TV.